Hi and welcome back to my channel. I will be referring to my phone because I hope to incorporate a lot of clips in this video. What is this video for? Well, I just completed my 10th circle of colors puzzles. I always want to say circle of puzzles, but it's Ravensburger circle of colors, and I have done 10 of them. So by looking at them in the order in which they were done, this is the first stack. And as I mentioned, and I won't show you the slideshows, at least I don't think I'm going to show you the slideshows in this video for the first 5. I might not. I have to think about that when I start editing. But let's just review the 5 puzzles. Now first I'll show you the box, which is insects, okay? And then I'll take the box down and I will show you the completed puzzle itself. And I'm going to try to get a little fancy. So let's see what I can do with that. So as I am showing you a slideshow of how I put together insects, I think I like the idea of incorporating the shorter clips of the puzzles. So let's see how that works. Then the next puzzle I completed was this one. This is pizza. And the funny thing about this pizza is it has carrots on it. It has other things like mushrooms, cheese, lettuce, spinach or whatever. But it also has carrots. So I'm going to take that down, throw up the next clip. Now what I like about the way I put this pizza puzzle together is, as the little video is showing, I went from the outside in. Whenever there was a pattern like this in the circle of colors puzzles, I went from the outside in, and that's what you can see with pizza. So let's get back to the next puzzle. At least I'm going to try. I'm just going to test this out before I finish the video. The next one I did was seashells. Now, when I am done with all 10, I will do my best to put them in chronological order. They're not being done chronologically right now because they're being done by means of the Spin the Wheel app. Now, you'll notice by means of the video that I didn't use that pattern of going from the outside in with this one, because this one here is that gradient style that I absolutely love. So I just worked on each color each section as I found matching pieces to it. And let me take this opportunity to say this. These are these are jigsaw puzzles in which I really did not have to refer to the box. And I definitely did not refer to the poster because the poster is massive. The poster is 20 inches in diameter, which is about the diameter of the puzzle. So I just worked with matching whatever I could find that matched. So let's get to the next one. So I'm using that app to help me to decide. The next one I completed was animals. Okay. So just like the seashells puzzle, this is pretty much separated by color families. So I did this puzzle a little differently. Let me not hide my face. I did this puzzle a little differently. I worked with colors, but I also worked with grabbing pieces of the animals that I saw. So I loved it. It was a great puzzle, and it took me out of that cycle I love to use of working from the outside in. Now, these all have some kind of strong pattern of colors. So because of that strong pattern of colors, I'm able to get these done relatively quickly. I do not time myself. Yes, I have a stopwatch. Of course, I could use Alexa or my phone or my iPad, but I don't want to do that. I just want to enjoy the process. So this one is fruits and vegetables. So now I have to tell you that when I purchased these puzzles and I started to get them in batches, I got maybe 3, then I got 4, sometimes I even got 5 at a time. Fruits and vegetables was my favorite. And it was very easy to put together because you got your red, your purple, your red, your yellows, a little bit of orange, some pink thrown in there with the different fruits and vegetables. But this was one of the most vibrant. I mean, of course, seashells is vibrant, oceans is vibrant, insects is vibrant, but I just love the pops of color for this one. Okay, so now I'm showing you the next 5. I quickly reviewed the first 5. I don't know how quick. I think that part of the video was maybe 5 minutes. So I reviewed the first 5, and now we're going to talk about the next 5. That brings me up to 10. And the first one in this batch is ocean. I'll just show you the whole image right here on the box. And let me tell you, I really loved ocean. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in that clip separately the way that I ordinarily do. So for some reason the audio didn't come through, but this is me spinning the wheel for the first of the second 5, or the second batch of 5. And as you can see, I landed on ocean. And now as I talk about the puzzle itself, I just thought I would go back and show you how I chose or selected ocean. So this is the ordinary way in which I show my completed puzzles. I start off with a sped up version of me as I take individual screenshots or individual photos of the puzzle themselves. And then I slow down the video and do what you're seeing here is the image, or should I say the puzzle coming together shot by shot. Now, when I got to ocean, I realized, wait a minute, these puzzles are absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. And one thing about when you set up a challenge and you're working with a time factor, my time factor is basically 2 weeks, but it's probably only going to take me a week. One of the things that I realized is sometimes you might miss the beauty that is contained within. And when I say that, it's when I look at this puzzle right here and I see all of the different things in the puzzle and I realize, oh my goodness, what a gorgeous puzzle. And you would think with all the blue that this puzzle would be difficult, but let me tell you, it was not. It was not difficult because all I had to do was to match the colors, just like I did with, as I mentioned, insects and the other ones that have certain color patterns. And boy, did I love working on ocean. I can't wait to show you the next one, but I wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed ocean. Okay, I got a phone call while I was making this video, so it stopped the screen recording, but the next circle of puzzles will be dreams. So let me go ahead and hide that slice. And so as that little teeny clip showed, I got a phone call while I was spinning the wheel, but it did land on dreams. So let's take a look at the slideshow and we'll talk about this vivid, beautiful jigsaw puzzle. So, as you can see, I'm showing you the sped up version of Dreams, but let me tell you, I loved this puzzle. And quite naturally, I'm going to slow it down just a bit so we can talk about it. Now, the background is black, but it's got the waves of blue in there. And then you have all the pops of colors, and you have a gradient factor in this jigsaw puzzle because you have your pinks, your oranges, your blues, your greens, and then you have your white clouds that show up during the course of the puzzle itself. But boy, this was another gorgeous puzzle, just as gorgeous as Ocean was when it comes to how vivid it is. So let's get on to our next puzzle. Okay, I just finished Dreams. That's 2 puzzles in less than 12 hours. Meaning that I put a puzzle together before I went to bed, and then I put another one together today, and I'm about to start a new one, so let's go to the Spin the Wheel app and see what is next. Okay, we have let's see, I just finished puzzle number 7, so that leaves 8 more puzzles. I'm spinning the wheel, and what is next is donuts. Now, I did notice when I was doing one of my other puzzles that even though these look difficult, if I work from the outside in, I usually can get them done. So we'll see how that one goes. But for now, I'm going to hide the slice, and I will. So as that spin the wheel app showed, donuts came up as my next puzzle. Now, I remember when I was spinning the wheel for this, I took a mental picture of the puzzle, and then as I'm talking in that clip, I realized, wait a minute, it's going to be a pattern. And that's what I talk about the outside in. So let's look at the slideshow and you can see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, there's definitely a pattern to this puzzle, and I was able to work it from the outside in. Now, of course, this part of the viewing is a little fast, and then I will slow it down. But let me tell you, yeah, I kind of made it easy for myself, because putting the border together is always a piece of cake, right? So you put the borders together, and then you notice, wait a minute, the next color has the white that's in the border, and then the next part of that has a little bit of white with the blue, and then a different type of blue, and then of course we've got the yellow. And I just I love this way of working on puzzles. I do this when I do my gradient puzzles. I do rows or columns, and sometimes with these circular puzzles or these round puzzles, if I can find a pattern the way that I see here in this particular puzzle, that's the way that I approach the puzzle itself. Alrighty, so I've showed you the slideshow of donuts, and now my secrets are becoming revealed. If there is a color pattern or a gradient or a certain style that has certain elements, certain textures, my brain will sort it that way. So basically, all I did was flipped over all the pieces in the tray and grabbed the edge pieces and then the inside pieces, and I just pushed my way inside, and I was able to get this puzzle done. So, moving on to the next puzzle. Okay, let's see what the next puzzle will be. Open up the spin the wheel app, and I have 7 circle of colors jigsaw puzzles by Ravensburger left. Let's see which will be next. Okay, this will be rainbow cake. Let's get to it. So rainbow cake was the next one that came up on the wheel. And in fact, this is 4 of 5, which is why I'm making this video now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the slideshow, talk about this puzzle a little bit more. So you can see, or you will see with this puzzle here, that I've established a pattern with some of these circle of puzzles colors. Circle of colors puzzles. I can never say that right. But in any event, yes, I worked from the outside in, just as I did in a couple of previous puzzles that I showed you. Now, the difference in this puzzle is, as you'll see, there are a few cake slices on the right side of the puzzle. So those cake slices are blue lines, and that kind of threw me off a little bit. But once I kind of cemented that in my mind as to how that was laid out, there you have it, working from the outside in. I love this method of putting together jigsaw puzzles, and I've done this with some Ibu puzzles. I'm doing this with some of these circle of colors puzzles, and I'm just having a total blast. So here's the box one more time, and I just love it. I really love it, and I'm doing these a little quicker than I thought I would. I started on the 20th. Today's the 25th, So it's probably 7 to 10 days and I will have all 15 done. So with that said, let's go into our next spin the wheel. Okay, let's see what the next circle of colors puzzle will be. I just completed rainbow cake. So let's go back to the beginning of the wheel. And we should have, I think, 8, or I'm not even sure how many left. But let's just go ahead and spin the wheel. Pokeball. Let me tell you, I am so glad that this is the one that came up, because I did this back in January of this very year, but I don't like the way that I took the pictures of it in the progress photos. So I will be redoing this puzzle. No doubt I will do it tonight and be compiling a video of my next 5 sometime tomorrow. Okay, so as mentioned, I already did Pokeball, but why did I do it again? Especially now that, as you're going to see, I've got this pattern down pat, outside in. But the reason why is because, for 2 reasons. Number one, like I mentioned in the other clip, I wasn't crazy about the way I took photos for that particular puzzle, but a bigger reason to do Pokeball again is because I said I wanted to do a binge puzzling of all 15 circle of colors puzzles. So it's only right or honest or fair to do Pokeball again. So let's take a look at the slides. So, no surprise, I went from the outside in again. I think it takes 15 individual shots to get to the center of the puzzle. Now, I've seen a couple of people do this puzzle and they work on color sections, or they may work from the inside out. I've always been one to like to get the frame or the border of the puzzle done, and by doing the border first, then it lends me to finding more satisfaction working from the outside in. And boy, did I love this puzzle. Now, like I said, I did it before, but I don't have any muscle memory for it, or I didn't have any muscle memory for it. I just, like I said, outside in. And now with this one, it's not a simple pattern, because you've got the flowers and then you have the way it's laid out, like almost like a charcuterie bowl, but in this case it's a poke bowl. But I still was able to work it from the outside in, and I had a real blast. I really enjoyed putting this one together. So here they are, 10 circle of colors puzzles. Again, I started on the 20th. Today's the 25th. So let's just take a quick one more glance at them. You have insects. You have pizza. You have seashells. You have fruits and vegetables. And then animals. That was my first batch of 5. My next batch of 5, as we just reviewed, were ocean, dreams, donuts, which I thought was going to be the hardest one, but it really wasn't. Excuse me, rainbow cake. And last but not least, poke bowl. So that leaves me with 5. I'll leave those there for a minute. That leaves me with these 5. And I've already spun the wheel. Spoiler, you're gonna see flowers. That's the next one. So I have, let's see, I have flowers. I'm cheating by flowers, candies, desserts, tropical, and I'm not sure what this last one is. Ice cream. So I have 5 left, but I've loved making this video. The video itself is less than 20 minutes, but it took me several hours to make. So I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and I look forward to showing you the last batch of 5 and reviewing all 15 and tell you what was my favorite to my least favorite. But I really don't have a least favorite, but I'll see what I can come up with. Alrighty, let's get to it, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up because it will help other people to see the content that I'm trying to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching.